Okay, we got the puller on here, and it's not budging, so I'm gonna have to do it my way. So I'll get that set up right now. All right, so this is what I got going on here. So I have the puller, and then I have it wedged with this tire changer from just Harbor Freight. I just had to shave it down to fit in there, and have it wedged in there so it won't spin the motor. Also have the rags. Got my dog; he just wants to play ball, but. Yeah, and then I got a long breaker bar on this ratchet, so we'll see if it pops off. Alright, so that was a lot easier than expected. So as you can see there's a stator inside of the flywheel. Looks pretty good. So now all we have to do to pull the bottom end apart is take this motor mount off, pull the stator. The shaft doesn't look too good, but we'll be replacing that anyways. So everything else looks pretty good. Get some O-ring material, don't know what that's from exactly, but yeah, let's go ahead and pull this stator off. Alright, so to get the wires through that opening, you actually have to pull these little clips out of the of here, you know, the little connector. So then you can go ahead and pull them through. So now that's done, we can go ahead and unbolt the stator and try to pull everything through. Alright, so we just got this stator pulled out. It's pretty difficult because you had to pull all this, all that protective, like, covering off, and then you had to pull all of these little, I don't know, whatever you call them off. But, yeah, so we got the stator out. It looks pretty good. And, now we can just take off the, motor mount, and then we can just split the bottom end and see what it looks like in there. Alright, so as you can see, we got the engine plate off. It's down there. It's pretty filthy. So now you can actually just go ahead and take these 4 bolts out and pop this case off and split the bottom end. So let's do that. Alright, so we just got all these bolts pulled out, and there's only 2 left. One right here, and one right there. So pull those, split the bottom in. Alright, so now we're just going to give it a few love taps with the old mallet, and it should pop right off. Yeah, so I actually forgot a bolt. I didn't see this one below the other one, so probably should take that one out. Alright, so we just got that top half pulled off and the bottom end split. It does appear to have water in it sitting at one point. I mean, this thing is just completely rusted. Yeah, this seal right here looks to be just trashed. So it's definitely a good thing we pulled this apart. So yeah, I do not think we're gonna be using this crank. It just does not sound very good, but probably just take this crank out now and see what the bearings, what they like feel like and what they sound like. So yeah. Alright, so by the looks of it, this thing probably wouldn't have lasted more than 30 minutes on the water. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, those bearings are just trashed. And there's a lot of play in it, so middle bearings seem fine. All the other bearings seem, I mean, they seem alright, but as you can just hear, yeah, that is not good. So it's definitely a good thing that we pulled this crank, like I said, and we'll definitely be swapping this crank and just putting whole new seals and everything else in here, just to make sure everything's, you know, it actually lasts for more than 30 minutes on the water. So what we're gonna do now is probably clean up all of these pieces, and just order some fresh gaskets and seals and whatnot, and then we'll start rebuilding this thing. So yeah. Alright, so I just put all these seals off this crank, and as you can see, yeah, this thing was just completely toast. Yeah, there's not even, this thing's just falling apart. So yeah, obviously need some new seals. So I already have a crank case and everything that I cleaned up and painted, actually. So I might just run that one, save these for spares, and so yeah, so we'll get going on that. Probably just clean these up anyways, just have them ready and stuff. But yeah, so like I said, our next step, most likely, just order some parts, and I think we can start throwing stuff back together after that. So we'll do that.